Hello, Pep. Can I ask first about Erling Haaland's availability for this game? Is he okay?
He's ready.
And the other players who have been injured or have had doubts about them, Kusanov, Kovacic, Aït-Nouri?
Aït-Nouri's, Ryan no, Cherki no,
Mahmoud?
Kusanov no, Omar no, and Kova maybe.
Right, okay. How much of a boost would it be to have Matteo back after all this time?
A lot.
But you have to be careful, I guess.
Yeah, a long injury, surgery, but it's getting better. It's not full ready, but step by step.
Obviously, the game this weekend against Burnley brings you up against Kyle Walker coming back to City for the first time. What are your emotions about coming up against Kyle for the first time after leaving?
I'm pretty sure that everybody's happy to see him back in a place like have been an unbelievable figure for us. Like without him, have been the right back that defined our tenure here, our time here in the last 9-10 years. So, and I'm pretty sure he will get the gratitude for our fans because absolutely he deserves it.
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. You've got an excellent record against Burnley in recent years. What are you expecting from them tomorrow?
Different game, was in Championship with Scott that made an unbelievable job. Always Scott Parker had done terrible job and everywhere. So Premier League always is tough in every game. So yeah, we have a good vibe in the team, and hopefully tomorrow we can continue.
5 goals conceded in the league this season. One was in injury time last week, last minute against Brighton, injury time first half against Spurs. Is that the conceding of late goals, is that pattern becoming a concern for you?
I'm concerned what we can do tomorrow, but what they have done lately. It's only I'm concerned.
That's the only concern?
Yeah. I have many concerns, but not this one.
Are you able to expand on those concerns?
Prepare the game as best as possible. Try to convince the players what you have to do tomorrow in terms of what you have done many good things in the last game, in the previous games, and yeah, it's an important week for us. The last 3 games before international break, we had an incredible tough week last week in terms of difficult opponents and demanding, and ready for this week. Champions League again, like all the time it goes booms when I feel we are still there to play in that competition. So, and yeah, Premier League 2 games, and after we take a break.
Hi, Pep. I know we spoke last week about Phil Foden's importance to the team and obviously the way he's growing again this year after injury. Do you get the sense that he is now fully fit and also embracing the responsibility of being a key part of your team again after what's been a really frustrating time?
Listen, Phil always took responsibility since the day one. I remember I was 17, 18 years old when I started to play and train with us. I said, that guy. And the biggest example is the game against Arsenal. Like everybody was exhausted and tired because we ran a lot behind the ball and we parked the bus and so on. So in that moment, Phil said, I want to play again, and I want to play again. And it's what happened when he arrived, right, with 17, 18, 19 years old, and want to play every day because he was happy, the joy to play. And that is the best sign that is ready. And after play good or bad, good decision, bad decision, this is not the point. This is not the point. We know everything. What all of us, we know Phil can do it. I don't want to put him pressure. It's just the joy to play football. And when I said his physical condition is outstanding, you know, his recovery time and everything. His mind is ready. He can play every 3 days with high intensity and a good level. And the game we played against Huddersfield was, again, really, really good.
It feels like a couple of the attacking options are coming back. I know Savinho has obviously got back in the team as well lately after injury. How important can he be as a player that obviously last year played a lot for you in the Premier League, didn't he? Savinho created a lot of chances. How important is he to your fluidity up front?
Savio in a moment will make a click in the final third to make a not bad the goal, for example. So always we talk about the people up front. Front is numbers. It's goals and assists, goals and assists, goals. So the people up front is there, And Savinho created a lot last season, but the final third, the final, a little bit too hectic in the right moment. And then the moment he improved that, because he's so young, 21, 22 years old, so the more improved he will be a top-class player, because he can play on both sides, his soul speed, his work ethic, and he created a lot last game against Huddersfield, because for me, when I analyze what they do, the body language, and especially the decisions you take, it doesn't matter you play Championship, Premier League, League One, League Two, it doesn't matter, it's how you do it, and create a lot. And Sabio, the moment we make this step, the natural way it will come. Naturally, it will come. Savinho will be a top player for Man City.
And just finally, Erling can benefit, I would imagine, as well, couldn't he, from having that consistency of those players around him in form? Because obviously now we've got Doku's been fantastic so far this season. Foden's coming back. Savinho,
And Omar will be back, and Cherki will be back, and I know nobody believe me, but I'm incredibly optimistic and positive what's going to happen this season.
Pep, are you expecting a low block from Burnley like they did against Liverpool at home, or you think this is becoming less?
We did it. No, he didn't do it against the Spurs, and he did it against Liverpool. He's adapt. So there are moments he can do high pressing. There are moments where he will block. You have to be what you have to do when the people decide high pressing. We're working with it, and we have to do what you have to do when the people will block. We have done it in 10 years. So this is the way when a team is better. Read the situations that the opponent offer on the table and take the solution.
Is it fair to say you have less than in the first years in England, teams coming here and playing a low block because of this man-to-man or high pressing?
No, it depends. In the beginning of the season, everybody's so brave. During the season, go forward, all the clubs and manager, we see the schedule on the table, and after that we adapt a little bit. But to be honest, we talk every day. Maybe it can happen this, maybe it can happen that. In the past, maybe it was more sure it's going to happen this, and tomorrow I don't know. We have to adapt.
Hi, Pep. Just going back to Kyle. Obviously, you've been in the game a long time. Where does he rank among the right backs that you've played with and
One of the
coached?
greatest. In terms of consistency and no injuries and play every single game, incredible figure in the locker room. So I kind of don't analyze for 1 week, 1 month, and like 9 years, 8 years I've been with us. In 8 years, 6 Premier League, Champions League, I don't know, 18 titles. Always being there in the good moments, bad moments. So Kyle, it's, of course, the last season was tough for everyone, for him, for all of us, but I don't judge one behavior for a short period of time. It was unbelievable.
Because in England we don't really recognise the incredible players that we produce until they've finished. But would you have him up there with I don't know, like a Zanetti or a Thuram or Cafu as one of the real greats of the game in that position?
I didn't understand the question.
Would Walker be up
Kyle.
with like Zanetti or Cafu or
Absolutely.
Lilian Thuram?
One of the greatest fullbacks ever. Yeah. When you had to control that side, when you control that side with the winger, and when he was focused, oh my God. I slept like a baby before the games. I was like Kyle there, when it was completely in the game and do it there. He can handle top class wingers in the world, the speed, and Kyle was good. And always we tried to help him with the ball to read the situation. What do you do? Encourage him. He was, a better player than maybe he could think. And my target for the day one was, you are good, Kyle. Your long balls, your quality of your pass and everything. So he was, there was, wow, it was incredible right back.
Hi Pep, all 3 promoted teams have been relegated in the last 2 seasons. I just wondered what you think of the 3 promoted teams this year, Burnley, Leeds and Sunderland. Are you expecting them to be more competitive in the Premier League this season?
Apparently, yeah. But let me 50 games in the Premier League, When you play just 5, it's too early from my point of view for take an opinion. But apparently, Leeds with Daniel and lead the stadium, you know, with fans, and of course the other two looks like Sunderland spend a lot and start really well, and Burnley's got, you know, bring top figures like Kyle and another one. So apparently, yeah, but we don't know, to be honest.